turn right to E23 Karachi Link.
I'd like to talk a bit about the infamous Fiat Coupe's Hose of Death. If you look on YouTube, as I did the other day, right, the only reference to the Hose of Death was an advertisement, an advert by Wiper Performance about its lifetime guarantee. I was using the Wiper Performance radiator kit, the full set.
A complete 10-piece set of silicone hoses is available for your Fiat Coupe, but also save some money and just get the one main hose, which is what we all call the Hose of Death. We do sell that individually as well, available in red, blue or black. As always, this is an important hose for the car with liner inside the hose and 3 layers of reinforcement. The Viper logo means a lifetime warranty. This hose is super strong with a 70 Shore hard silicone rubber. It will not crack, fade or perish and will see you for a long time.
There is the main tube, okay, the main hose between the engine and the radiator, and that particular piece for the 20 VT, at least the 20 watt turbo, right? Mine is a 20 watt turbo plus. So for that piece, the 20 watt, the Hose of Death, right? When it fails, when it goes, right, it can go suddenly, you know, without warning whatsoever. We call her Macy. My son calls her Macy, right? So Macy has never failed us before. So I saw, you know, the temperature was going up. So a quick call to my mechanic. Sent him the picture, and he tells me that, you know, because we have reworked on everything, so there should be no issue with the car. So he says, yeah, probably, you know, the temperature gauge could be stuck. Take it home. The next day, if I'm free to drive the car over to him, and then he will take another look at it. Because he's a specialist, he works on only Alfa Romeos and Fiats, right? And I look at, you know, the way the temperature is going up, I don't think so, you know, I'm comfortable with driving her. So I stopped her. It so happened that there was a divider on the road, right, whereby you can turn left or turn right, and then there's some margin of what distance. So I parked over there, off the engine, raised the bonnet, and sure enough, I saw the expansion tank was empty. So first thing that I was thinking was, what went wrong? I knew that he was working on the expansion tank. He modified it, you know, from the plastic bracket into a metal bracket, right? So that, you know, I mean, it's supposed to be a pretty standard modification for coupe owners. He works on lots of coupes, so he has done that many times. The outlet, so you know, it will be much more reliable and better. So could it be a leakage from that part? And then I traced the water, you know, and then I saw the water was coming down very fast, and soon there was a pool of water down there. So that is the coolant. The car was losing the coolant, so it was just as well that I didn't push the car during that time. So then I thought about it. Could it be the infamous Fiat Coupe 20 watt turbos Hose of Death? And the good thing was I have a set of spare radiator hoses kit in my trunk. Called the mechanic also, inform him about it. I say I can't drive the car. I will most probably tow the car over to his place. Now can you take a look at it in the morning? So it's the first time Macy went on a tow truck, and I called the tow truck. I requested for a carrier because I didn't want to tow her along the road, you know, perched on baby wheels. I mean, she's low and everything, right? I don't want to scratch anything. So, but everything worked out very nicely. The tow truck came in about half an hour. The carrier man, you know, he came. He likes the car. He liked the car. He took a look at it. I said, he asked me to drive up his carrier. So I said, I'm a bit concerned. You know, I'm a bit concerned. I would rather, you know, use the cable to tow it up. So he says, can you start the engine and see? So I started the engine. He listened to the engine. He said, your engine is very nice, very beautiful. You know, the note is very nice. And he told me there's no problem for you to drive the car up. And in fact, your because the car has cooled down for about half an hour now, your injector light should not come up. Your temperature should not come up either, you know, just for a quick few minutes of driving up the car. So I did that. It was fine. We reached the place. I drove the car down. So then I parked the car nicely, and then dropped my keys off. And then the next morning, early the next morning, my mechanic called me, and I can hear all the birds singing in the background. I can hear all the birds singing in the background, and sure enough, you know, he poured in some water to check on where was the coolant coming out from, and it came from the main hose. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Macy officially had an episode with the hose of death, the infamous Fiat Coupe hose of death. So he says that, you know, you probably he said no biggie. Rest of the car is very good. Plug in the examiner, everything is good in the car. Setting all is good. So it was just the hose. So no biggie there. Needs about 1-2 hours of work. You can change it. You can get you can still get the OEM ones out there in the market. Just that don't buy those. He call it the very cheap Chinese ones. He call them the fake ones. But anyway, so I told him that I don't think so I need the OEM ones. I said I have a set actually from the UK in the boot there. I said, would you take a look at it and see? So if it's any good, if it's good, you know, better than your OEM ones, then use this. If it's not, then you use your OEM ones. So he checked it and he tells me that these are very good stuff. He said that you know, people used to buy it for about, he used to buy it for about 1,200 per set for this. So I said, oh, in that case, and he tells me that it's very good quality, it's very nice and pliable. So I said, okay, can I use this set? He said, yeah, sure. So he changed the main hose for me. The wiper performance kit, I think there's 8 pieces or 10 pieces, so the rest of the pieces, there's no leakage. But you know, when one piece goes, the main hose, right, and they were all installed at the same time, so when will the rest go? You don't know, right? I mean, this type of thing, you leave it to the balance of probability. So since I have the whole set over there, I asked him, I said, I would like to change everything. Do you think so? It's a good idea? So he told me, you know, basically he'll just follow my he'll follow, you know, what I want, because there's no harm to the car if we change it now. It's just, you know, it's not necessary as yet, but if you do it, of course it's even better. You have a whole full new set in there rather than just one piece, the main cube one, which is brand new, then the rest of it is you know, it could still be subject to failure, you know, sometime down the road. Like if you change everything, you know that for the next maybe 5 years you should be alright. So you don't need to worry about this anymore. Then look at the temperature, it's perfectly beautiful. So yeah, so that was how it was. So he changed all the pipings for me, all the hoses for me. And then he even put it aside, wiper performance one for me. Then he banged it up, pass it back to me, right? Because just in case, you know, the main hose obviously was torn off already, but the rest of it was still usable, so to speak. So it's important that your coolant system, your radiators and everything must be, you know, in good working condition. It would tend to hover, you know, around the midpoint, slightly out, higher a bit, you know, when it's running, you go down again, things along those lines. You know, it's quite normal for the coupe. So and we just change all the coolant. We just make sure that, you know, everything sticks where it should be. ItaliaAuto Grand Tour.